The unbound, unbound by fear, united by bravery. Entity number 202, Bident. The dull glow of eternal dusk surrounds Lantern Town. Note, sea level 466, firelit longing. On this evening, the streets are empty at this time of night. All is silent except for the distant sounds of footsteps as a red skinned creature is quickly approaching the unsuspecting town. The creature is unlike the hounds that make their home in the forest, though perhaps just as beastly. It runs on two legs and carries an obsidian black two-pronged spear in one of its muscled arms. It stands at over 7 feet tall, and atop its shoulders are not one but two hairless heads. It has no eyes from which to see, nor ears nor nose. Its teeth are bared, but its tongue tastes nothing but blood. And yet, it senses, it knows where it is and what it's here to do, and it will destroy its target or die trying. A flaming sword? Eliza Triggs looks warily at her excited cohort, who happens to be holding the most precarious looking claymore she's ever seen, complete with duct tape and exposed wire emerging from various parts of the hilt. Yep, Karina responds with a grin. It's just a prototype, but if we can get it to work, I think it has the potential to be a suitable weapon for entity extermination. Plus, flaming swords are just pretty frickin' cool. Guns might be a little more versatile in most situations. Well, yeah, I know that gun beats rock, paper, and scissors, but bullets aren't cheap. And if I came across a pack of hounds, I feel like it would be more, efficient to watch them burn. Karina twirls the claymore around for emphasis. Be careful where you point that thing, replies Triggs, stepping back cautiously. I will. I just need something to test it out on. The radio on Triggs' belt blips on, and a static filled voice begins to speak. Unknown hostile entity approaching UEC base. All available HDF members, please report to exit B. Looks like today might be your lucky day, Karina. Let's go. Triggs and Karina sprint down the stairs and find that they seem to be the first to have arrived. The first, that is, except for the creature, which seems to be breaking its way through one of the internal concrete walls. Burns can be seen along its arms where it has touched the now exposed rebar. It lets out a guttural scream. Karina begins pushing buttons on her sword. Triggs fires 5 bullets into the creature's back. Hey, no fair! I really wanted to. Karina is cut off when the creature turns around and lets out a scream, the bullet holes in its back quickly closing. It seems unhurt. Guess it's my turn then. Karina raises the claymore above her head and lunges at the creature as flames begin to form at the surface of the blade. I don't know who you are, but I hope you like fire. She swings horizontally, and the sword embeds itself into the creature's side. It screams in shock, and its spear clatters to the ground behind it. That's what I'm talking about, baby! Pushing her foot into its chest for leverage, Karina pulls the blade back out and winds up to swing again, this time parried by the creature's meaty forearm as it punches her in the stomach, throwing her across the room. Shit! She groans and drops the sword. On her hands, blisters and burns can be seen from the intense heat of the weapon. Stay back, or I'll. The creature closes in on her, undeterred, and lets out another guttural bellow. She raises her arms up over her face to provide a modicum of protection. And then, the creature stops in its tracks, and 2 spikes of metal emerge from its chest. Karina looks up to see that Triggs had stabbed the creature in the back with its own spear. The lumbering beast falls to the ground, breaking the spear at its handle and babbling incoherently as it bleeds out. UEC Entity Description Bident. Entity ID 00202. Name Bident. Habitat unknown. Threat level non applicable. Assumed extinct. Image caption: the only known image of the entity when it was alive, taken shortly before its termination. Entity description: Bident is the name given to a neutralized entity that was discovered in level 466 when it was found attacking the UEC base in the level. During this event, the entity was neutralized by HDF members E. Triggs and K. Breivik with minimal damage and no casualties. No other instances of the entity have been reported before or since the incident, and its exact origin is unknown at this time. The entity takes the appearance of a large, two-headed humanoid with a height of 2.23 meters, 7.32 feet. It has dark red skin and is completely hairless, with no sexual characteristics, unguis, nipples, or facial features, with the exception of a mouth found on its right head. The mouth in question shares many similarities with those found in primates, particularly in the structure of the teeth. Several fingers on the entity's hands have fused together, leaving it with 2 fingers and 1 thumb on each hand. The entity's physique is extremely muscular, and, combined with its large size, this made it a dangerous threat when it was alive. Additionally, the entity was found with a two-pronged spear that had iron tips and a wooden handle. Analysis of the spear revealed no irregular properties. The entity's cadaver was dissected, and it was found to have a physiology very similar to that of a human pair of conjoined twins, with 2 sets of most major organs. In addition, it was found to have an additional organ above its left stomach that seemed to have produced a fluid with similar effects to Object 11, ghost lights. This fluid seemed to have been pumped directly into the entity's left brain. What this accomplished for the entity is unknown, but research is ongoing. Note: see level 799, Silene and Her Memories. The entity's cadaver is currently being stored in a morgue on level 466, Firelit Longing. Additional documents: translated audio log. Document description: the following audio log contains a translation of the last words spoken by the entity as it bled out, as recorded by a nearby security camera. The language was identified to be a Creole tongue, believed to be spoken commonly by the lost hundreds of years ago. It has been translated for this document by V. Morozova. The exact meaning of these words is unknown. No, please, I came to destroy the being of great evil. Half of the king. Note: see Entity 987, the god on level 532. The king's soul is in this building. He must be destroyed before it is too late. See the previous article in this story, the god on level 532, or the subsequent article in this story, the oracle, coming soon.